welcome to my channel. I'm Shauna, known as Stitching Shauna on here and Instagram. And welcome back. This is Flosstube number 2. So just here for a little stitchy update. Wanted to show you what I've been working on, what I've been starting, finishing, and a few gifts that I got. Before I do that, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to the Flosstubers that have mentioned me in their videos, Ditsy, Daisy Crafts, and the Snitch Stitcher. I appreciate your mention. Thank you so much. And all the support that I received in the comments from my first video. I really, really greatly appreciate it. So where to begin? I guess I'll start with my finishes. It's been about a month or so since my last video, so I've had a couple. Well, one finish and a few fully finishes. So I guess I'll start with my fully finishes. So these are some pieces that I've had for a while, but I just haven't, they've been sitting in my little box of finishes that I've developed over the last year. But I finally decided to take the plunge and give it a try to finish them in a new way. So this one is, it's called Gentle Noel from the Just Cross Stitch 2024 Winter magazine. I changed the colors a little bit, and this is on Picture This Plus 16 Count Ada. But yeah, so I changed the colors around a little bit, but I really like how it turned out. And this is my first pillow finish, so I'm super happy with it. So kind of did a patch, I don't know if you can see, but it's not perfect, but I love it. It sits really nicely, and I think it's so cute. And when I did this, I was on a bit of a finishing spree that day, because then I took this chart that I'd finished. It's on Vintage Stormy Night Ada, and it's a piece by Rosewood Manor. I think it's called Tools of the Trade. But anyway, so yeah, oh, I love it. This one was challenging for me because I did it on Ada, and there's a lot of fractional stitches. I finished this last Halloween, but it's just been sitting in the box. But yeah, some 3/4 and quarter stitches. Never mind, like these little spiders are all beads. So that was my first and only time so far trying beading, which it looks cute. We'll see if I ever gather up the courage to do it again. But yes, I made it into this little pillow, and I kind of chose some fall fabric on the back, which I had in my stash, and then just added in, I actually sewed it in, is a little bit of lace rickrack, which again was something I've never done, and I think it turned out okay. Yeah. And this time I actually did like sewed the seam by hand at the bottom, and I think I did a pretty good job actually, if I do say so myself. Okay, and then I did another pillow. This is a finish that I did last Christmas. It's by Primrose Cottage. I don't know the name of it. I think it's Santa or Snowman, sorry, 2024. And this was my first time ever working on linen when I did this project. So it's a linen by hand-dyed by Rolanda. Yeah, so it was like really nerve-wracking. Oh, and I chose a variegated thread by hand-dyed by Rolanda as well, which was also my first time. So a lot of firsts happened with this pillow, but I think it turned out okay. And then I just had like kind of velveteen back, which I think is really pretty, and then just glued some rickrack on, which it's not perfect, but I think it looks cute. Ready for Christmas. And then the last finish I did on my little finishing spree was a freebie design just on white Ada by Hands On Design. Now I chose my own colors, and I'm, you know, if I were to do it again, I did this last fall, almost a year ago. I may have chosen some different colors, but at the time I really liked it. Anyways, I did a flat finish using Vonna Pfeiffer's video. So that worked. I think the flat finish worked out quite well. The rickrack was really, really hard, so it's a little uneven in places, but you know, I did my best, and I think it'll be better even next time. But I would definitely do this finish again. I just put like a piece of ribbon along the bottom, and it just stands, and it's so cute and folds right down to like really little when it's time to put it away. So far I've had it out the entire time since I finished it. So those are all my fully finishes. And then for Christmas in July, I've picked up this piece that I had gotten started last Christmas. It's Believe by Erin Elizabeth, and it's on, I believe this is 32 count Lagana by Hand Dyed by Rolanda. And there is where we are. Now, I don't know if you could tell, but I went over the words with a little sparkle thread over top of the white. It's really hard to see, but it's there, I promise. You can see it in real life. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. So I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this one. I'm probably going to find like a round hoop to finish it in, to be honest. It's probably the easiest thing that I'll do for it. So that's all my finishes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whips. Oh, 2 of them are starts. So let's start with those. So this one is a kit that I saw at Michael's, actually. DMC, but I just liked the flowers. I thought it looked really pretty. It came with 14 count Ada, and I decided to challenge myself. So I purchased at Stitch North an offcut of a really pale pink linen by Roxy Floss in 46 count. Yeah. So I call this my like in the sunshine project because any other time I cannot see it. But I'm amazed I can see it. Anyway, so it's much smaller than what shows up on the box, but yeah, it's turning out so pretty. It's really hard to see the pinkness of it all, but it really is like just a pale pink. Oh, and I think I'm like almost halfway finished, so can't wait to see how it looks when it's all done. But the greens and the pinks and then the lavender like purples and blues are gonna, I think, go really cutely together. Anyway, so I've been working on that on and off now on sunny days for a while. And my other new start. Okay, so this one, I don't have a picture of the model or the face page of the comes with the pattern, but I'll include a picture here. So as you may see, it's the difference between Medicine and Poison by the Witchy Stitcher. And the model was stitched on like, I believe like black linen. But I decided to try something a little bit different. Oh, it's very wrinkly, sorry. It's still in the Q-snap too. But this is called French Hen by Roxy Floss. So it's like an army green with a bit of modeling. And so I just started this the other day. It's hard to see. Let me put this behind. Yeah. But I love it so far. It's so like dark and moody and Halloween-y. I am a little worried about let me just see here, about this brown here, because it's Yeah, you can see it, but it's almost ghosting a little bit. But I'm going to keep going with it, and we'll see if I need to change it. Anyways, I'm just using all the called for colors. So I'm loving that project so far. Okay. And what else? Okay, so my next one is my Long Dog Sampler Tap Dancers. I'll include a picture here. I've made some more projects. I had another page finish on it, so I've done 3 pages now. I haven't got all the way. So I'm stitching this on 36 Count Temptation by Picture This Plus. By Roxy Floss. As well, I'm using thread as well called Wham Bam by Roxy Floss. But this is where we're at. It is not ironed, but hopefully you can see. I'm just loving the colors and the pink of it all. It's so pretty. And I have a lot of trouble every time picking this up to put it back down because the stitching moves pretty quickly with the one color, and it's not too difficult to see through on this linen, surprisingly. So, oh, it's so pretty. Okay, and then I put a little bit more, pardon me for a second. I put a little more work in this project by Works by ABC. I'm trying to show you without getting a bunch of reflection. There we go. And pardon the ring light reflection on my glasses. I can't seem to figure out how to get rid of that. But yeah, so I got some. This is a 28 Count Lugana by Roxy Floss as well. Yeah, I'm getting there. I mean, this is going to be a big project because this is not even halfway down. So anyway, it goes quickly because it's words. It's pretty smooth, but I don't work on it a lot. Oh, okay. So this one is one that I started this summer camping. Called The Camping Lantern by Erin Elizabeth. And I am stitching this on. Let me just pull my book out here, sorry. Dust Bunny by Fox and Rabbit. And it is coming along. I have my needle minder here. I've been taking this with me when I go camping. And this is a pin that I got from the campground that I was at this summer. And I turned it into a needle minder. But yeah, oh, it's looking so good. Ways to go still, but it's a fun stitch. Okay, and lastly, or almost lastly of my whips, is Extraordinary Birds by Lola. This is one we see a lot on Flosstubes. So as I'm recording, the last release came out yesterday. So I haven't stitched that yet, but up until yesterday morning, I was up to date on this project. And let's see if I can get it all in the shot. There we go. So it's coming along. Like, oh, the last few releases, like that peacock, was so difficult and thick, but beautiful. And like, I love looking at it. And then these ones here are just so cute. Trying to decide what's my favorite bird on this piece so far. And I did see the release that came out yesterday, and it's a huge bird that's gonna come in all down there and fill up that, well, mostly fill up that last space. But I think my favorite has got to be this little guy. He's so cute. I feel like every time I pick it up, he's kind of staring at me like saying, what are you doing? What's going on? So that's been fun. I'm hoping that I'll get Extraordinary Birds finished pretty quickly, because that's been my priority piece. So every Friday when there's a release, I put everything else I'm working on away and I stitch on that till it's done, and then move on with my other projects. The autumn version, or the autumn portion of Nature's Journey in Just Cross Stitch magazine from Sprouting Lupine has just come out recently. I'm waiting for my physical copy to get started, but I'm so looking forward to that. I love how that one's coming together. I have one new start planned. I basically had, so my birthday was recently, and so for my birthday I started the Witchy Stitcher, the difference between medicine and poison. And I also wanted to get started on this project, which I actually haven't started yet. So I'm going to be starting it as soon as the final part of Extraordinary Birds is finished. So let me get that for you. And this I've had kitted up since Stitch North in April. So this is what I'm planning to do. September's Revenge by Maximum Cross Stitch. I'm so excited. Now, I have not really ever stitched many houses or many alphabets, but I think this is like such a fun and kind of modernized looking version of the house and alphabet sampler. So I'm going to be stitching it on, this is also from Roxy Floss, called Careless Khaki. It's a fabric of the month. I'm not sure if it's available for general consumption yet or not. And then I chose all the Roxy Floss colors, so it's hard to show you all of them, but like, oh, so excited. So yes, I will be starting that soon. And then I'm starting to really want to get into some like fall Halloween stitching. So I got my copy of the Witchy Stitching book by Meg Black, the Witchy Stitcher. Now, I do have this project by her, and I have another project by her that I'm working on, so I really shouldn't start anything. But when I do give myself permission, I think I'm going to be stitching this. Yeah, I love these guys. They're so cute. I'm going to try and put them maybe even side by side. I'm not going to do a whole walkthrough of this book, but if you're looking for a good flip through, there's a bunch of people that have done it, but I really liked the walkthrough by Butterfly Stitches. I think that's her name on YouTube, or Butterfly Stitches 83 on Instagram. Anyways, she did a walkthrough of this book, very thorough, and I appreciated it. So I think I just wanted to show you one more thing. I mentioned it was my birthday recently, so I've been kind of also getting into doing some sewing. So my spouse bought me a new sewing machine. So excited. I just got it opened up and set up the other, well, it's not fully set up yet. So I haven't done anything on it yet, but I'm kind of itching to get started on something there. And then my daughter, who hasn't really been stitching, but she understands my obsession. So she kind of got me a cross-stitch themed birthday gift, which was really cute. She paid for everything herself, but she got me a cross-stitcher magazine from the UK. She got me some fabric in order to make a project bag. And then she made me a needle minder. Look at that. So she just took like a little gibbet for her Crocs, and she attached it to a magnet, and then this huge magnet is supposed to be the one on the back. But like, isn't that cute? I'm gonna have to look to see if I can put this on my on material, the black magnet. But anyways, I like the sentiment of it. And then she made me this little note that went in my gift, which I have to share. Anyway, I thought that was really cute and thought you guys might like that. And I think that's everything. So yeah, thank you again for all your support. If you like my videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. And I'm hoping I'll be getting here a little bit more routinely just to give you updates. So I'm not sure when, but in the next few weeks I will be back to give you another one. Oh, I will tell you one thing. I submitted one of my cross stitch pieces to the fair at our local town fair. So the judging is today, so we'll see how I did. But it was an interesting process, just kind of going through getting it submitted and handed over. And later tonight we're going to go check it out. But if I can find, I'll include a picture of the project that I did. So anyway, if not, sorry about that. Just ignore everything I just said. Okay, well, hope everyone is doing well. Take care, and we'll chat soon. Bye.